Hi, I'm Bella. I lead the emerging markets at Reddit, and I'm so excited to be here today. I have the privilege of connecting brands with our passionate, engaged audience on Reddit. Now, before I kick off, I would love a show of hands. Who in the room has landed on our platform before? Okay, awesome. Hi, Redditors. I'm always happy to be in a friendly audience. Now, I'm so excited to talk to you today about some of the research that Reddit has conducted into the current landscape of social and search, how emerging trends are changing the way we search, and how we think that contextual advertising might just be the key to it all. Now, before we kick off, I would be remiss not to run you through some of my favorite subreddits. For those of you who are not familiar, Reddit is an organization of various passionate communities and subreddits. Now, this is a term you'll hear interchangeable with community. They are just that. Communities organized around a passionate interest, topic, subject, and here's a few of my favorites. So you might have heard from the accent, I'm a proud Aussie, an Aussie abroad, if you will. So I spend a lot of my time in the r/Australia community, keeping up to date on what's happening back home. Now, when I'm not doing that, I'm spending a lot of time in r/books. I have just started a book club in Amsterdam, which means that I spend a lot of time talking about books that I haven't finished, but entirely intend on. r/cats, where I'm getting my daily cat fix, urging myself not to adopt yet another pet, so I need my daily fix of cuteness. And r/skincare addiction, because I'm sure a lot of people in the room will agree, skincare routines these days are a bit more complicated than some of our marketing strategies that we've been working on. So, before we dive in, I want to go back to 2005 and give you a brief history of Reddit. In 2005, we created a new site designed to be the first place that people go on the internet to find something new. Then they can proudly declare that they had Reddit. So, 2005, Steve Huffman and Alex Ohanian found Reddit. Really, this was designed to be the front page of the World Wide Web. Back in the day, we needed a directory to organize all the content, all the links that we were seeing. In 2006, we were acquired by Condé Nast, and they quickly started to organize these links and content into the subreddits that we know and love today. In 2015, Steve Huffman, one of our original co-founders, returned to the business, and in 2018, we underwent a major facelift and redesign of the business, which I personally think was pretty fantastic. We were looking a bit Craigslist-y before that. Now, in 2021, amidst the pandemic, some of you might have heard about Wall Street bets and a little something called the GameStop stock squeeze. Now, this really speaks to the power of passionate communities on Reddit and the fact that these users can come together and make real change in the stock exchange. In 2022, we were named one of Time's most influential companies. We believe that a lot of our work in the community space has influenced other platforms to build their own community features. And in 2024, we IPO'd, a really exciting milestone moment for the business. It's opened up a lot of opportunity for Reddit, but also for the brands that we work with. Our mission is to bring community, belonging, and empowerment to everyone in the world. We believe that meaningful conversation fuels connection, and this is key to a better internet for all. On Reddit, whether you're seeking advice, sharing experiences, asking questions, you will be able to find a community of diverse voices that are there to connect with you. And this is why community engagement has always been at the crux of our platform. Reddit is intentionally different from other platforms. We've been built different from day one. It looks different, it feels different, the users are different, and that's by design. We know as an industry that users are moving away from the curated content that we're seeing, the polished, sanitized, perfect people, perfect hair, perfect products. We're moving away from it. This is something that has really boomed over the past 10 years. So it's not a surprise that we're starting to see a shift. This means that brands need to find new places where users are connecting with one another. What are they looking for now? Well, we believe that that is centered around community content, interest-based communities, authentic, real conversations, platforms where people can go to discover, to learn, to connect. Now, today, we're going to be talking about the future of search. It is clear that there is a seismic shift underway in how people are searching. The developments that we've made in AI over the past year have been world-changing. It now understands natural language queries, and it's able to return search results, personalized content in a seamless, intuitive manner. But this has presented new challenges and changes and opportunities, of course, and we wanted to learn more about that. So Reddit has partnered with GWI to see some of the trends that are evolving as a result of these changes to search and the challenges and opportunities that they create for brands. Our first learning: there's an erosion of trust that's causing consumers to think twice. Our feeds are cluttered with fake reviews, SEO spam, sponsored content. We've kind of overcomplicated it a bit for ourselves with the information overload. It's making it increasingly difficult for consumers to trust the content that they're finding online. As a result, consumers naturally have expanded the way that they find products and find brands. Over the past 5 years, we've seen a 36% lift in consumers going to social to start their product or brand discovery journey. And in the same window, search has dropped 15%. However, we also understand that whilst social is on the rise, so too is the distrust and skepticism that we're seeing in these channels. Over 50% of shoppers have concerns over the quality and legitimacy of the product discovery channels that they're using most. Back in search, answers are increasingly becoming unreliable. We know that 38% of social media users think that the product recommendations that they're discovering from search engines, social media influencers, are unsafe, impersonal, or untrustworthy. Influencers, AI, and sponsored content is adding to this erosion of trust. If we look at the perspectives of social media users, 29% have concerns that the platforms that they're going to discover new products and brands have fake reviews. 30% have concerns that the social platforms they're leaning towards have biased reviews. And 24% of social media users say that these platforms lack quality posters and commenters. And I think that that's a really interesting piece, quality commenters, starting to think about the dialogue that consumers are wanting today. Overall, this is highlighting a need for real-world experience and recommendations. Trust now comes from real people, not celebrities, not entities. We've kind of full circled it. Now we just want to speak to a real person. We just want a real recommendation, some actual advice. And overall, as a result of this, expectations of search are rising. They're ever-changing. Consumers more than ever want convenience, context, and consensus. Convenience. Social algorithms have trained consumers to expect products and brands to come to them. They're really not going to go out of their way to find you if you're not going to be there and join in that conversation with them. Context. We know that humans have specific questions and they want specific answers. Generalized is not good enough anymore. And consensus. Trust through humans is built through dialogue and two-way conversation. And we know that modern consumers are craving dialogue. They're craving that consensus. To plug the gaps, search has to shift. We know that 39% of all internet users say they have to look through multiple pages of search results to find the relevant information that they're after. We understand that a more fragmented, laborious search journey, it leads to the need for a single source of truth. Well, lucky for us, Reddit was made for this moment. We are the #1 platform for product conversations. We own over 51% of total online mentions of purchasing discussions. 51%, the majority online. Now, this ranks higher than all other social platforms. And just to contextualize it, our next social neighbor over was at 38%. Now, this doesn't surprise me at all. There's over 16 billion posts and comments evergreen on Reddit. Anything you're looking for may have already been discussed, but it doesn't just end there. It's not stagnant. There's a thrum of conversation, of questions and answers that are there to tap into. Reddit is more trusted than all digital platforms outside of traditional review sites. Our users trust that the results and the recommendations that they see on our platform are reliable, they're trustworthy. Again, it doesn't surprise me. Users on Reddit trust one another. They take their time to share vulnerable experiences, vulnerable answers with one another, to give their advice, their recommendations. They trust each other. And so when a brand takes the time to join their corner of the internet and to speak to them and to engage in that conversation, it's meaningful. They earn trust. Conversations are our superpower. And this uniquely addresses the shortcomings that we're seeing in search. Convenience. Brands can meaningfully engage on Reddit in a way unlike any other platform. We have the spots and dots ad units that you know and expect that can move the needle for you. But you can run AMAs, you can run polls, you can really connect with users in their communities, unlike anywhere else. Context. With over 100,000 active communities, there's no topic left unturned. 16 billion posts and comments. You have the specific question, we have the specific answer. And consensus, which I think is the key here. Discourse and discussion is Reddit's bread and butter. Reddit is a platform that's built on positive intent. We have an upvoting system, which you may have used before. This helps users sift through what's real and what's worth buying. And this is why every day people are turning to Reddit for authentic answers. They are craving real human perspectives. Users are now hacking their Google searches by adding Reddit to the end to directly find the answer that they're looking for on our platform. In fact, every second, over 100 people add Reddit to their Google search to get the answer that they're after. And this is why we say that today's Reddit posts are tomorrow's search results. Last year, there were over almost 900,000 links to Reddit from news sites each month. This is a 72% lift compared to 2022. You will find Reddit content in listicles, product reviews, news sites, it's there. And, if anything, you will find the best memes start on Reddit. Now, for brands, conversations help unlock the key to context. Think of Reddit as the platform. Thank you so much. Think of Reddit as the platform that combines the best of search and social. Search. Users who are actively researching, they're finding answers, they're getting informed. With our developments to AI and machine learning, you can tap into these conversations, directly targeting the keywords that matter most to your brand and to your business. And the best of social, reaching users in discovery feeds, the communities that they belong to, and the connection that they're finding in conversation. This means that you can reach these consumers in these communities, like most social platforms, through behavior and interest targeting. On Reddit, brands can tell their story in a high-trust, high-intent contextual environment. We're the #1 platform, trustworthy to inform on product and brand decisions. 2 in 3 Redditors would purchase a product if they saw an ad about it on Reddit. And we're the #1 platform where users are interested in seeing brands share information about their products. They want you to join the conversation. They want you to join the conversation. At Reddit, we're building the future of contextual advertising. We really believe that our platform can deliver personalization and scale unlike anyone else in the market right now. We have the context, we have the conversation, we have over 360 million weekly visitors on the platform, and they're waiting to hear from you. So join us in unlocking the key to context with Reddit. Thanks.